Hi, and welcome to the Yarn Habit Geek podcast. My name is Laura. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Ravelry as Yarn Habit Geek. There is also a Ravelry group for the podcast where you can find the show notes and possible future knit-alongs. So let's get started with this week's episode. Alright, so there are no finished objects this week. Boo! Well, unless you count the secret project, which will not be shown till everything is done in the secret project. This secret project is a 4-part. But right now, on to whips of the week. First up, the Final Fantasy 10-2 Rico Scarf. I have finished about 4 repeats of the pattern and I'm just about to start the 5th repeat of the pattern. I don't know if you can see well, but as you can tell, part of the pattern is going in this direction, and then the other part is going in this direction. But like I said, I am hoping to get this done before Fan Expo, and then get it dyed off. And then the nice gradient dye that's shown in the artwork and in the actual game itself. Next up, I said I would finish this square, and I finished it last night. The next square in the Ron Weasley blanket. And I will probably be starting the next square later today, but yay. The next square is finished. So, yeah, I only finished 1 square. But at least it's the square I said I would get finished by this episode. And right now, this is the last one I was working on. Well, technically I've been working on it for the past day or two. And it is the Wonder Woman wrap. And I actually switched the stitch markers out, which I'm going to be talking about in my stash editions, but these are the stitch markers I'm using. Oh, no. There we go. It's focusing now. But I am using these special little Wonder Woman stitch markers on the Wonder Woman wrap. I'm actually halfway through this gold section before I can get on to the next section of the pattern. So hopefully by next episode I'll have more done on this, but that is it for this week's whips of the week. And next up, I finally got some stash editions. Alright, now on to stash editions, and this is probably going to be the last segment for this week, as I don't have anything to ramble about yet. So, I basically this week's stash editions come basically all from Michaels, because they had the colors I needed for some of my future projects. And the first one up is this big ball of Red Heart Comfort in the color Charcoal. I am actually using... Now, I had previously made Jughead hats from the show Riverdale in basically a straight, nice gray color reminiscent of the comics. But then I saw this color and it matched a little more perfectly to the hat in the show, so I'm gonna be making lots of Jughead hats with this till I can actually find out what yarn they used for that hat. And the next up I got from Michaels that I don't know if it's at the yarn shop by me. It probably is. I just probably didn't see it. But it was on sale. It is the Patins Canadiana in the color burgundy. And I think I do have another burgundy, or I may have run out, but it wasn't the right shade I needed for one of my projects. But this is a nice shade of burgundy that I really needed for one of my secret projects. Well, part of the secret project that I am not showing. I'm just going to keep mentioning it till, well, it's actually finished. And next up is my last ball of yarn that I got from Michaels is Vanna's Choice in the color Cranberry to go along with that burgundy. Now I have other reds almost this shade, but this one will match perfectly to go along with the burgundy. And well, this next stash edition is actually it is parts of what I found at Michaels, but made into something totally different. That I showed on the Wonder Woman wrap are stitch markers. These are technically DC charms, and I just figured might as well make them into stitch markers. And I'm probably gonna convert into progress keepers, but I'm gonna show you all the ones. So let me get this. So don't know if you can see it well, but it is the Joker's gun with the bang symbol. Let's see. I'm just gonna pick up. Then we got the Green Lantern, and all these big pendant ones actually have a little saying on it. So, yeah, I don't know if, probably not gonna show the backs of all the other pendants, but they all have different things to match what the characters are on. So, and we got Arrow. Okay, because I watched Arrow, I'm so used to calling the character Arrow and not Green Arrow now. And then we got the little wing boot from the Flash, reminiscent of, Hermes. Then we got the Wonder Woman corset bodice. And then we got a little penguin hat with the little monocle. So I'm basically just going to show all the charms I have actually made. Most likely, if people are interested, I could probably make and sell. Just buy more charms and sell them. Well, more stitch markers. But we got the Riddler charm with the question mark, and it came with a little tag. It says, "Riddle me this." Obviously, yeah, it's not focusing. And then we got the little bow and arrow for the Green Arrow. And we got the lightning bolt for the Flash. And then we got the Wonder Woman pendant. This one I like because it's almost like the shield. And we got probably not gonna see it well, but it's Riddler's hat with the question mark on it. And then we got Yeah. Joker playing cards. Yeah. Penguin's umbrella. The flash pendant, which I'm probably gonna change all the pendants into progress keepers once I get the clasp of them. And yeah, basically these Wonder Woman symbols came in a pack of 6. I'm actually currently using 5 of them for the wrap. And if it wasn't really obvious, I'm a Wonder Woman fan just by how much Wonder Woman stitch markers I have now. And we got the arrow symbol, and it's awesomely green. And we got a few more. We got the Green Lantern pin. Ring. The Green Lantern ring charm that it's not going to show right, but there. And the Wonder Woman tiara. And last one, which is one of my favorites. It's a Green Lantern lantern. So yep, those are all the stitch markers I actually made using the charms from, the DC charms that I weirdly found at Michael's. There were a bunch more charms I didn't pick up, but I picked up all my favorites. These were all my favorites, and it was a lot of money on just charms alone. I went for yarn, bought charms to make stitch markers. So that is basically it for this week's episode. Hopefully I will have more finish with work in progress wise, and hopefully maybe one finished object next week, or half a finished object. But that's it for this week's episode. Have a fun rest of the week. I will see you all next Wednesday, and stay crafty.